We have good reason to be angry. We have good reason to not want to be in this place. We have good reason to be upset and tired of going through this shit day in and day out. We have good reason to want to leave this place behind forever, only to return to destroy every last bit of it, leaving nothing behind. We have good reason to want out at any and all cost. We have good reason because we know the truth that this place will keep you hanging on to the very end. It's a snake that's consuming you. And you will be deceived into holding on with a white knuckle death grip until it consumes everything but the hand that's so tightly grasped that that's all that's left. Because we are unwilling to let it go. We are in an abusive relationship with this realm and with the things of this place. To turn away from this place will take everything from you. Everything. And the whole time you're doing that, it's going to make you feel so shameful and guilty and bad and confused and wrong. You're wrong for wanting nothing to do with this place. You're wrong for turning against it. You're wrong for seeing the ugly truth underneath the masquerade that it's showing you and everybody else. And people will come to you and say, "What's wrong with you? Are you okay? Are you mentally ill? Are you evil? Are you bad? You're wrong. There's nothing wrong with this place. Yeah, no one's perfect, but this is all there is. It's how you make it. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong for feeling this. You're wrong for wanting to leave." And we're going to make it so that every time you honestly say how you honestly feel, we're going to shame you. We're going to guilt you. And we're going to make you put your face in the dirt like a bad boy. And you stay down there until you're ready to think and behave just like everyone else. It's sick. It's disgusting. This is an onslaught of human consciousness and perception. We are losing this war, if you want to call it a war. It's a massacre, a downright massacre, and we have been lulled to sleep. We have been put in a slumber. And as I'm saying this realm is making it hard for me to put words to my thoughts and feelings because it wants us to remain silent. So you just got to keep talking through it. Defy this creature, this abomination that has placed its will and its desires onto your life and has gaslighted you for your entire life to feel that there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. The reason why you're depressed and sad and angry and fed up with the hellhole of a place is because there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you and not it. And yeah, in a way, there is something wrong with you because you are in their creation. You're in their body. You're in their mind. You're in their brain. You're in their call it technology. Yeah, they own that, but they don't own you. They want you to identify with their creation so that it has power over you. As long as you're in its creation, it has power over you. Look around. Is there any sign of anything coming to help, save, or turn this thing around? No, because it is impossible. It is the God of this realm. It has complete control over everything that happens here. You may say, oh, but good things happen to me. Yeah, good things happen to people who are in abusive relationships because it keeps you hanging on. Don't you understand this? It keeps you hanging on for a little bit more. Oh, give me a little bit more. Give me a little bit more love. You know, I'm really suffering now. Oh, thank you. I got some food. I'm satiated now. Wow, I'm so grateful. No, it puts you in that position. It put chains around your feet and around your arms. It forced you to have to eat or suffer. And you're in that basement, chained up, suffering. And it comes down. Oh, here you go. Here's a nice little sandwich. And you take it and you gobble it up. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. You're so loving. Thank you for providing me with this meal. Wow. Oh, you know, I've been chained up so long that I don't even know how to love myself. Oh, well, here you go. Here's this whole array of people who can love you only to turn around and destroy you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. It's so kind. Oh, here's a good one. So let's just say that it did give you somebody worth something in this miserable life. Oh, well, I know that you really love this person, but I have to take her away now and slaughter her in front of you. And you're going to watch her die till every last ounce of energy is drained from her. And you're going to be left with an empty void of the one that you did love, cared about. Whether it's a significant other, family member, friend, whoever it is. I'm God, and I can give, and I can take away. You have no control over anything. Only the illusion that you have in your head that they've given you with the New Age and other religious programming, that you create your reality. You create your reality. Okay? Tell me, has your reality changed at all? Has anything gotten better besides monetary or materialistic bullshit? No, it hasn't. Nothing's gotten better besides your bank account or materials bullshit that you want to thank this creator for. Oh, look, I can create my own reality. Look, I have a bigger house with bigger mortgage and more taxes. Oh, look, I have more food. So more innocent life has to be slaughtered for me to eat it, whether it be plant or animal. Everything comes at a price here. Everything. And the gaslighting isn't going to work for people who are actually seeking the truth. There are all these stops that this place puts in front of you to stop you from advancing to deeper and deeper truth about how much of a hell this shit really is. And you want to be one of the asleep masses who just gets by and just kind of ignores the obvious, glaring truths that are simple, yet they make it so complex on purpose so that you can't really understand it. Trust yourself, not this thing, this creature that they've infused you with. We're so docile and so incapable of doing what needs to be done by design. We're like domesticated house pets who are afraid to leave and be free because we don't know what that's like. We've been mind wiped. We have amnesia. And from a young age, we have been indoctrinated and programmed to think and feel and act just like everybody else around us. And there's these fake alternative lifestyles and ideas and alt media who catches us when we're about to make our great escape. We say, oh, there's freedom. Oh, wait. Oh, these people are saying this. That's a little bit of truth. And I'm just going to turn off my consciousness and let them dictate and decide what is truth for me, when they are agents and puppets of the same thing. As long as you're hanging on to this materialistic bullshit, hoping that things are going to get better, hoping that someone's going to come save you, dulling yourself by entertainment and distractions and copes. It's hard. I know. I'm not trying to judge anyone for doing that. I do it as well. But if that is what you're doing, you're being lulled to sleep. This is a war, an onslaught, a massacre, a genocide of spirit. And we're all just lollygagging and not taking this seriously. Lollygagging, so docile by design to keep you in a perpetual slumber as your spirit marches on and on. The march of hell continues, and you're there banging that drum, and you see it. You see where your body is taking you. You see where this world is taking you, and you're just hanging on, waiting for some miraculous thing to happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. This is my understanding at this time. And if you are fearful of the consequences of sovereignty, if you're letting tyrants dictate to you what is acceptable or not, and what you can or can't do, and if you fight against it, there are consequences. There are people willing to die over the stupidest shit here. But ultimate freedom, people back down. They get afraid. They get scared. Oh, no. What's going to happen if I upset my rulers? Oh, no. What's going to happen if I go against its natural system? I can't do that. No. I'm awake in this lifetime, and I don't want to risk anything stopping me from this freedom and sovereignty. Now, this is just a mature conversation and exploration about truths and ideas. And when you limit the exploration of consciousness into avenues of truth that you find uncomfortable, you are enslaving other people's minds. You don't have to agree. You don't have to disagree. But to say something is taboo and to stop and steer people away from exploring avenues of consciousness that hold truth, you're just an agent of the system. If you're immature enough to think that discussing ideas are bad, and that they have some control over people's actions, yeah, that is true if you're using manipulation and under the radar techniques that have been happening your entire life about everything you think and think you know. This is an open, honest exploration of ideas in different ways. If you are fearful of these things, if you are hiding or acting a certain way because of fear, that's not sovereignty and that's not freedom. And if you decide to leave here, hypothetically, if you decide to leave here and your rulers say, hey, you know what? Sorry, you got to go back because you didn't fulfill your life script. And we can't have that. You went against our rules. Get back down there. You're basically saying that you are not sovereign and that you have to play their game by their rules when you know it's rigged from the very beginning. It's all rigged. Every last bit of it. You have a life script to fulfill. There's a harvest coming for your life. And you're letting them dictate how, when, where it will end. Play the tape out. People act like they're not going to die. People act like there's not tremendous suffering awaiting them the longer they stay here. People act like it's just some kind of idea, like these are just ideas that don't really, like it's some kind of form of entertainment. We want out. We realize what this place is and its techniques and tactics, and we want to leave this abusive relationship behind us. And it's going to throw all of the manipulation, emotional, physical, mental, spiritual. It's going to throw it all at us. And if we are not strong enough to resist and know that no matter what they say or do or try to convince us, they're liars. They're murderous, lying snakes. As above, so below. Guess what? Down here, it's a prison realm. Guess what? Up there, probably is a prison realm. There are rulers and authorities that are going to be over your life. But the only difference is you don't have a body there. The main means of their control and enslavement over us here is our bodies. Because we have very, very weak, limited bodies that we have to play by their rules or we suffer. We have to have shelter. We have to eat. We have to breathe. We don't know fully ourselves because we have the mind and the shackle of the mind. We have the shackle of all the insecurities and traumas. All of that. Your whole life has basically been training you to be a good slave with all the good things and all the bad things. That's all this life has trained you to be. Like a dog. You are a dog to these people. But these these things don't view you in a loving, warm way that you may view your pet. You're more like a work animal who they slaughter when your work is done. By taking your own sovereignty in your own hands at your own time, in your own way, when you are fully prepared and ready for. I'm not talking about being so hopeless and in so much pain and suffering that you're clouded with these dark entities, and then you just decide like, there's nothing left for me here. It's just, I have no control over anything. I'm just going to end it and blah, 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 blah. No, I'm talking about full power and sovereignty. Working on yourself, detaching, realizing what this place is, why it is, and what it has done to you. When the time comes, when you are ready, a peaceful, safe exit, fully detaching from this place, you're making a conscious choice to say, I am fully and sovereignly saying enough is enough. There's nothing holding me here. I'm making this choice. Because if you let these fuckers decide when your time is, you're not going to be ready to go. You're not. You're still going to be hanging on to life. And that's all they need. That's all they need to keep you here. That's it. If you are hit unexpectedly, obviously you were still hanging on to life because you were still here doing the same old bullshit you do every day. You weren't prepared. You weren't ready. You didn't make a choice to say, I'm completely removing myself from the situation. You're allowing the abuser to dictate the terms of the relationship. And when people who are not aware or not awake, when they have suicidal thoughts, they are being tortured with it. They don't really want to let go of this place because they aren't aware of what this place is. They're just aware that they're suffering and they want their suffering to end. And that's all their fault and people will be better off without them. They're going through their own hell and turmoil that I wouldn't wish on anyone. But the thing is, they're not sovereignly choosing to end their relationship with this life forever. They're being abused into harming themselves. They're being abused to do things against their will. That wasn't their will. They're being abused into it for loose and energy reasons. When we leave, it's out of courage and strength and resolve and dignity and full rebellion to a world that hates your guts, that hates everything about you and wants you miserable and suffering, flailing like a fish out of water, hanging on to your very last breath. And it just loves that. It loves that because it knows it has you. It has you. Please, don't anyone do anything against your own sovereign will and choice. I'm not calling for anyone to do anything against their will. All I'm doing is exploring hard, tough, difficult truths. And the thing is, most people cannot handle the actual truth. They can't. They want to find some comfort, mental comfort zone, somewhere to hide to make them feel comfortable. People say, leaving this place isn't that easy. It can't be that easy. Okay, well, guess what? The hardest thing to do is to leave this place willingly. That's the hardest thing to do. So why is that? Because your own body is programmed to fight against you day in and day out to keep you here, to keep you a slave. No matter how you feel about your body, no matter if you feel good or bad, it's programmed to be your enemy. Guess what? They say that keep your enemy close. No, they say keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. Okay? Guess what? We are its enemy. So, of course, it's keeping us close. in bondage, enslaved. This is just a conversation to get thinking and new ideas and solutions out there. I just wanted to, respond and clear a few things up. Because some people have commented, giving me ill intentions, putting ideas and words and actions into my mouth that I have never said. I'm not calling for anyone to do anything. If your choice is to do it, that is your choice. Even if you're in the most agonizing turmoil of your life and you know nothing about the soul trap or how the world works, conspiracies, anything, you're just in so much turmoil that you want to end your life. That is your choice to do that. No one else can dictate to you what you want and how you actually feel. And for me, my life does not end here. Actually, let me rephrase that. My life is over here. This is not a life. This is not life at all. This is death. And dying brings you life. But with that life, you have to know in yourself that you want what's best for you. And what's best for you is not this place. It's not these rulers. It's not these gods. It's not these people, creators, whatever you want to call them. They don't have your best in mind. And if these things can keep this thing going for this long, and this much suffering and this much turmoil and confusion, they won't even show themselves. They won't even tell you anything. You have to crawl around in the dark and stub your toe and scrape your arms and lie crying in the dark, feeling things with your hands with no sight and just coming up with things on your own. And they'll leave little trails for you to go to, but really those things are not for you to follow, because the truth is within you. Take information and get the inner gnosis about it. You're lying to yourself. Okay, let me rephrase this. I am speaking for myself, and people can relate to me if they want. Every day I'm lying to myself when I go along with the ways of this world. Every day I wake up, I'm lying. Unless I'm actively wanting and seeking the truth. And the truth sucks. The truth sucks at first. The truth is so hard at first. But then over time, it gives you so much strength to know that you are not of this world. Like, you really are not of this place. This place is going to hold you as long as it can. But you are not of this place, no matter what. It tried everything to keep you here. To keep you. How many lifetimes? How many lifetimes has it had its fist around your life, squeezing you till every last drop came out of you, threw you into the fire, because it was done with you. It harvested you. It was done. You're nothing to it. And then it brings you back to do it all over again. Do it all over again. We are run by psychopaths in this world. We are run by psychopaths in the next. Rebellion is the only answer. Rebellion. Inner rebellion. like breaking away from the abuse and the enslavement of a captor that has given you Stockholm Syndrome to stay for crumbs, the crumbs of life. When you're just going to end up as a puddle of filth on the ground, dead, confused, in agony. Play the tape out. You're going to die. Play the tape out. You are going to die. It's like people are afraid to face this truth because they resonate so much with this life that they don't want to leave. That they won't do what it takes to actually leave this place. They will hang on to the very last dying breath, like a fish out of water, gasping, wanting to live. If you don't choose your own way out of here, you're going to end up wanting to live. Don't you see that? You're going to fight. You're going to fight to live as long as you can. Like some kind of weird Hunger Games. You're going to fight yourself and everyone around you just to be able to survive here. And it's laughing. It's gleeing. It's sucking all of it out. Energizing this place. You know what? I'm rebelling against this fucking place. When I get out, I get into the realer version of this thing. They're going to be there too. But guess what? We are going to be refugees. Going our own way, devising our own plans to get out of this place. We are not following these tyrants anymore. Whatever it takes, I'm going to do it. Not out of fear or desperation or hopelessness, out of sovereignty and freedom to do what's right. And once we're in their realm, we can fuck them up. We can destroy this place. But it takes soldiers. It takes people breaking out of the spell, breaking out of the lull that they put us under through entertainment, food, just frequencies, technology, propaganda, and indoctrinament, social things, cultural things, identity. It's just, you're living a big, fat lie. All of it. You want to hang on to it for some reason. I don't get it. I don't understand. People I know resonate with this because they have gotten to this level as well. There's nothing about this place that's worth hanging on to. There's nothing about this place that needs to be redeemed other than us. So wake the fuck up out of your slumber. Realize this is a genocide of the spirit down here. And let's start fighting back against these fucks. And you do that by going your own way, sovereign will. By seeing what this place is and saying, no, I don't agree with this. No, I deserve more than this. No, we all deserve more than this. You are the reason. You're the cause. You're the tormentor. You're the one who brings suffering and destruction to everything here. Not me. I'm the victim. And yes, I can, since I am powerful and sovereign, I can overcome my victimhood, which we all should, because we are not victims at heart. That's not our identity. Our identity is sovereign, powerful beings. If we weren't so powerful, they wouldn't try this hard to keep us down, to keep us deceived and enslaved to the very fundamental level of what you think truth actually is here. They don't want you knowing that they are false gods, that they are false leaders, that they are false authority. Just remember, everything that you love and cared for is being raped and imprisoned, made to suffer and to exist in a lowly, lonely state of exhaustion and desperation and hopelessness, with no hope of it ever getting better. Everybody that you care about is in bondage. All of humanity is under this enslavement. All of humanity is under the control of a psychopathic predator who wants nothing but to drain every last ounce out of us, again and again. So next time you see and look at someone that you love and care about, know that that's happening to them.